Traders, welcome back to our price action trading lesson. The very first thing I need to do as a price action trader is I need to analyze the overnight session because I want to understand what was the directional bias during the overnight session and what is going to be the directional bias now. I can see that we have a downtrend with a break pushed to a new extreme. So downtrend played out. So at this point I expect correction or possible reversal. However, reversal is not confirmed just yet. In order for me to predict bullish reversal, I need to see push above the exponential moving average, 21 bar EMA, and I need to see failed second entry short above EMA reversal pattern. But this is not happening. EMA keeps rejecting first entry short, another first entry short, and as we can see, market keeps trending lower and keeps trending lower. So I need to reanalyze the structure. This is not even acting as a correction is taking place because we can't even stay above EMA. We can't even break the EMA. Instead, after breaking new extreme, I have a push down, another push down, another push down, another push to a new extreme. So once I can see so many new lows being made, once I can see only first entry short getting rejected every single time off the EMA, this is telling me there is downtrend continuation, and I can use market geometry to locate spike in a channel pattern. You can see how nicely this channel fits. Nice market geometry, a lot of first entries indicating that the trend down is quite strong. So as of right now, the bias in this market is bearish. I'm not even thinking about buying, I'm just waiting for a good opportunity to sell. You can see market keeps trending lower, so the bias is nicely established. So this is how we are using price action, the candlestick on the chart, to help us understand where the market is going to go. Now we have sort of triple test of the EMA and the key entry point. But problem is, we have short-term option in play, and the single bar is not the strongest. Now, the trend down is quite strong because the pullbacks are so tiny, a lot of small bars working lower. This is a sign of a strong trend. So more advanced trader can consider. It's not a bad setup to take a chance on. You have a lot of key entry points. You can get a second entry short though. By the time you get a second entry short, you cannot go short below bullish bar. So we can't really enter. We have a break in new extreme, but prices keep trending lower. And we have once again, first entry short, push down. So this structure is not looking like a break in new extreme. Because if I'm gonna once again analyze the market geometry, I can find a decent alternative of a wider downtrend. You can still see how nicely seamless this downtrend is. And every single time you're confronted with the possibility to draw a wider downtrend or not, you want to make sure there are still a lot of confirmations at the initial swings, which we have here exactly that. You can see if I draw slightly wider channel without a break in extreme, it still has confirmations here, here. You can see all of these bars getting rejected off this key entry point. And once we have first entry short, again generating significant push phase, this is a good sign that the bias is still bearish. Wider downtrend still fits perfectly, and the trend is still down. So at this point, what we're thinking still about selling. So I'm going to redraw short-term uptrend working higher because I need to respect these corrections. You break, push to a new extreme, uptrend played out with the break a new high. So this is good. I know that the bullish correction is over. This downtrend needs to get new extreme according to trendline rule, and we have small resistance level being formed right here. So there's a new low first entry short, pullback second entry short if there's going to be break below this bar. And this is also what we can call EMA gap bar, because this is for the most part the first bar since the downtrend started that managed to break and stay above EMA, okay, EMA gap bar. Now you can argue, okay, here we broke above EMA, but it's a little bit stacked, it is not as clean. So since the beginning of the downtrend, this is first major close of the strong downtrend above EMA. So this is second entry short combined with the EMA gap bar. Uptrend played out. This is a great high probability setup. We need to get new extreme. High impact news came out exactly around this entry, so we're marking this mainly as an educational example. We have a break, push to a new extreme, another push to a new extreme, and prices keep working lower again. So now we have a decision to make because we have another second entry short, new low first entry short, second entry short at the EMA. But problem is, our downtrend just has a break, push to a new extreme. Also, EMA on these bars, it is quite stacked, quite sketchy. You know, not the best entry. Also inside bar a little bit, so we can't really take it. And because market keeps trending lower like this, I need to adapt. Once again, why there are so many pushes to a new extreme after initial break and a new low? there's probably wider downtrend. You can look at a high time frame 10,000 tick chart to confirm it, but this is what can happen when the trend down is very strong. You can see how the bullish reversal attempts are failing hard. A lot of first entries at the EMA are working. So once the trend is this strong, the breakouts are tiny. We have to redraw a wider channel again. There can be many wider channels once the trend is very, very strong. But you always want the confirmation. You always want to see many pushes to the extreme. And this is where you would expect reversal above EMA. Never happen. You can't even push above EMA. So this is a great confirmation of the wider downtrend. You have new low first entry short, kind of like a visual second entry short, but we just bounced off the trend channel line, and I have a lot of matching lows here, so I'm going to reset the count. I need to redraw a brand new uptrend because we just drew the wider downtrend and we're bouncing off the trend channel line. We can't really go short here because we can expect stronger pullback in the opposite direction. So I'm going to respect the correction because remember, our first trend line just played out with the break new extreme. Now we drew a wider one and we're bouncing off the trend channel line. There can be stronger pullback. Okay, we're bouncing sort of off this trend line. There's a new low first entry short, second entry short. It is just third entry short. You can see congestion inside bar. You know, you can see how these bars are stacked above EMA. We have a break new high, which is good. Had there been at least break higher above this bar, maybe you can consider, you know, if you have to take it, I can see why, but it's better to get a lower high below EMA because we're still above EMA like this. EMA keeps rejecting here. It is too sideways, too stacked. Something is telling you that the bullish correction is going to be stronger. Okay, we're breaking below EMA, which is a good sign that this downtrend is about to get new extreme. Remember, this setup worked, but I can't sell because I simply cannot predict how many legs to new high there's going to be. I need a push below EMA to confirm there's going to be new low made by the sellers. So I want to see a lower high confirmation setup or false second entry long. And now we have new high, first entry long. Failure, great lower high, great signal bar right at the EMA. Downtrend needs to get new extreme according to trendline rule. This is a great high probability setup. Lower high, confirming the fact that the downtrend needs to get new extreme. Uptrend played out. Break. Push to new extreme. So at this point, I have to pause looking to go short. Okay. Even our wider downtrend played out. First entry short, second entry short, I cannot take. But remember, when the trend down is this strong, not even felt second entry short above EMA is enough. Because the bias was so bearish, you need to see proven uptrend first before you're going to start buying. So normally when the trend is a little bit weaker, you can consider felt second entry above EMA. Once the bottom drops and the trend is very, very strong, risking a felt second entry short above EMA is not good because once the trend is strong, market can just keep creating series of lower highs and lower lows. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm just pausing, looking to go short. A little bit of a waiting area here. We're breaking above EMA. So right now EMA is flattening. I'm going to draw small consolidation because it makes sense after break and 2 legs down to expect right now some consolidation phase. Most likely not reversal because the bias is so bearish. So most likely we're going to have some small trend range consolidation. So once we see break and new extreme and we're predicting some form of a trend range, it's not easy to find a high set. There are no confirmations. You want to let the bullish correction play out. You want to observe reaction around the resistance so you can start considering selling again. And the push below EMA is the ultimate confirmation. Okay, bullish momentum failed and we can resume the main daily bearish bias. So we have small spike in a channel working higher, something like this. So I'm just waiting here. Can I go long? No good setup. Can I go short? Just gonna redraw downtrend working lower. A little bit of a waiting area. Let's see what's gonna happen. No entry here for that EMA. Downtrend just played out. No good long setup. You just have to be careful. Uptrend played out with the break. Push to new extreme. And a massive break below EMA. Okay. So now this is telling me we can't even go here. So I'm gonna lower my resistance to somewhere around here. Uptrend played out. Spike in a channel, break new high. Massive spike below EMA. So remember, you have to zoom out regularly. This is major downtrend working lower. So once I can see such a significant push down, this means that the main bias is kicking in again and I'm safe to be thinking about short opportunities again. So I'm just going to follow the short-term downtrend. I would like to see second entry short at the EMA. New low first entry short. This is a second entry short, but it's so far from the EMA, I can't take it. Horrible, so far from the EMA, too far down, can't take it. You know, we have somewhat of a felt second entry long, but this low exceeded this low. So, new low has been made here for the short-term channel. The wider channel doesn't really fit that well. And we gotta be careful. Not the best. Gonna redraw the short-term option working higher. This option doesn't have new high, that's how strong the bearish bias is. Once again, I'm going to redraw the short-term uptrend, and this is a massive retracement down. So this is telling you can't even reach the resistance, empty at the top, no new high, massive retracement. So this is telling you that the main bias, the bearish bias, is kicking in. Okay, new low first entry short, so I'm thinking about second entry short at the EMA because we need to go lower. But by the time we get a second entry short, the bar is gigantic. I cannot sell such a gigantic bar. New low almost made. So no good entry, just need to be patient here. This is not really a lower high because you already made new low. Actually, can I make... Well, if I'm gonna connect the very top swings like this, the downtrend is still in play, but still, I have to treat it more as a first entry short. The downtrend played out with the break in extreme. Waiting area here. Can't take anything. You definitely cannot be fading the breakout because the trend down was so strong, but you don't have no good area to sell. Everything is just too stacked. You're at the bottom of the push, which is not ideal place you want to sell. You want to sell at the top somewhere. Okay, this is interesting. We have push up and prices are working lower again. Now, if I'm going to analyze this structure, why prices are still too bearish, lower highs and lower lows, we can look and draw some bigger downtrend, something like this. You can see how perfectly it fits off of these lows. Really, this is the key takeaway, how market geometry works and is bouncing off of this trend channel line. You can see so many confirmations here. So we're going to use the trend channel line, copy it, and put it at the trend line. If you don't have the trend line at first, you can see first swing, second swing, first two swings will start the trend line, third swing confirmation, and we have a new high, first entry long, break, second entry long further, closing below EMA, big bearish bar. So this is a felt second entry long, confirming the main trend line. Once again, as we talked about, I keep repeating myself, but this is just what happens when the trend down is very, very strong. It's completely normal for there to be many new channels working lower because the trend is just so strong. This is a great setup. The downtrend is confirmed. First entry short only. We're not at the EMA, no good setup here. Now we have overshoot. So can you get some stronger pullback? But you can see it's not really acting as overshoot. And because it keeps breaking lower like this, it doesn't really feel like we're gonna go back, break this trend line. It simply broke too far down. It looks like there's a brand new steeper channel because this is still sort of part of this consolidation. And this is really the area where the bottom dropped. You can draw a little bit wider downtrend off of these highs because this is where the major leg started. It is quite going sideways here, and this is where the bottom dropped. A little bit more nuanced. You need to have the experience of trading strong downtrends, but because you push so far down from the trend channel line, it's not acting as overshoot. It's definitely reasonable to expect stronger downtrend. I can make it just a tad wider, something like this. Still getting the confirmations. I'm going to redraw the short-term uptrend working higher. We have a second entry short, new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. The single bar is bullish. I cannot sell below bullish bar. The second bar for double bar entry though has a tail at the bottom. You know, context wise tempting, but just not the cleanest signal bar. King it felt second entry long, new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long feather. This is a great setup, felt second entry long, great signal bar. And the market keeps working lower. We have a new low first entry short, second entry short. Of course, you cannot sell this far from the EMA at the very bottom of the move. Now, this is double trap. This double trap ended up working for small scalp. We scalped for 8, it went 9. But problem is, you can see how the tiny correction this was. There's some loss of momentum. You have no room almost to scalp to this low. Even though it worked, especially if you're going to use limit order because it came back, you know, and you basically cannot enter this any other way without a limit order because you simply have no room. I still don't like marking this because the correction was so tiny, empty room here. you want to sell a bit higher. So let's be a little bit patient here. And this is interesting. This is triple test now. One tap, double tap, triple tap. Decent bar. You have a little bit more room. You can see the entry is a little bit higher, but still it's a little bit too stacked. The setup is fairly decent. Not the worst setup. One tap, double tap, triple tap. You expect new for the downtrend. There is a resistance. The signal bar is great. Signal bar is nice. Once again, use some limit orders so you have room to scalp before reaching these lows. It worked. This bar is way too big, no trigger. And I can't sell lower high at the end of the day. But market, at the low today, but market just keep dropping lower. And wow, what a strong push down. And what a massive push down. And now it's getting way too late. And some profit taking towards the close. Another spike in a channel pattern, market geometry. Very good lesson today, how to keep adapting to brand new downtrend, because the trend line is so strong. There's probably always a brand new channel. A lot of small bars working lower. This is a healthy angle, healthy 45-degree angle working lower. So quite a decent downtrend. What a massive sell-off. This area right here was super boring, super slow, so you need to be careful not to take an impulsive setup, because you cannot go long, but at the same time there is no good short opportunity. So the correction phase is taking its time, but eventually once we have series of lower highs, the market is about to drop lower and we can start trading again. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck at your trading.